Hi everybody, this is Spring Whipple with Embrace Life Coaching and Fitness. Thank you so much for joining me today. And what I wanted to do the video about today was in regard to a question that was posed to me where the person who sent it in had stated that they really enjoy art. This is where their passion is, this is what they love, it's their release. And it's something that they want to have their future in, as being an artist with their works in the galleries and out on the road doing the art shows and things like that. And while they are making a little bit of money at it right now, it's not enough to sustain them. And so they do have a job, and they were talking about how their parent does not approve of them doing the art. They think that they should go back to college, and they should get the degree, and they should get the education and have the career and have a the corporate kind of job where they can rely on this income and not have to worry about the instability or potential of not having that stability by being an artist. And I think that this is something that a lot of people kind of struggle with, not just artists. Coaches like myself is something to look at that has to deal with that. Musicians, although they are a form of artist, of course, that's something that they have to venture into. But at the same time, what about business owners themselves, right? The small businesses, they have to rely on themselves to generate that income and to, go forward and so forth. If they're not involved into, their corporate type of job. But with that being said, here's something that I learned from rather. For many, many years, I set out and I was doing things to please other people. Like, I would do things, and it was just very important for me to hear the words, "I'm proud of you." And so everything I did, it was like, "Here, look, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing." And it wasn't like siblings or anything like that. It was actually parents. And it was, "Here, look, here, look, here, look." And all I wanted to hear from them was, "I love you, I'm proud of you." And anyway, so that's why I did it for a long time. But there came a time and place where I had to take it upon myself and say, okay, where's my happiness? Is my happiness coming from doing these things that maybe are okay, but it's not something that I'm real happy about? Or is it time for me to let my light shine, my own uniqueness, if you will, and to take that chance? And so here's my information, or my message to the viewer who sent the message in, is this. You're obviously still young. There's things that you have to take into consideration. Once you get older, unfortunately, there's more things that are telling you not to go the route that you're looking at. Okay, you start having a family, you start having responsibilities, you start having a house, things like that. Or if you start having like medical problems and things like that, you start relying on the medical benefits provided by a corporate employer, or you just can't slim down everything to just about yourself, or maybe just yourself and your partner. So at a young age, that's the time when you make the mistakes. That's when you take the chances, right? I would ask them, what is your plan? What is your plan? Have some clarity in there, right? Let's look at it this way. Let's look at it that way. I'd have to actually have a pretty one-on-one coaching with the individual to give them like all the so that I could gather all the information needed to address the question. But here's my thing: is that I would say, have a little faith in yourself. You know that you're a great artist. You see other people out there. Get yourself around other people who are doing that same thing. They're taking the chances. The other artists that are in the galleries, find out what they did to get there, or the art shows, find out what they took to get there, and interview some of those people. Find out what your steps would be to make it that way. Find out the good, the bad, and the ugly. Talk to the artists who are out there and find out, You know, what do you most like? What do you dislike? What challenges did you have to overcome? And then ask yourself the serious question if you're willing to take on those challenges. Um, you know, it's a lot of times the great things that happen or the great things that come into our lives, they also come with challenges. And those challenges are opportunities, opportunities to learn, to grow, to advance. And so these are things that we have to look at too. But here's my thing is that if you really love art, regardless, do your art. Do your art. And if you can make a business out of it, you know, find the people who are using it as a business and find out what they did to take there and find out what your next steps are going to be. What can you do? Like little chunky steps. What can you do to get yourself there? Your art is always going to be there. But if you want to make it as a your full-time income, then you're going to have to be able to take those risks on. But I'm glad that you reached out to me. And if there's anything else that we can talk with, any categories that anybody else has where you would like some information, advice, what have you, or you know, what should you do next, please go ahead and put those in the comments below or send me a private message. Send an email to embracelifecoachingandfitness.com. Until then, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.